Hi everybody! This is my Lexus GS450h, which I believe is the cheapest Lexus GS450h in the world. You may not believe me, but I actually got it for less than 1600 pounds. So basically, it has a few cosmetic issues and it hasn't been used in some time. So I'm based in Belfast. It's part of UK. This car didn't have MOT. I had to put it through MOT. I paid 1600 for it, and then MOT, which cost around 30 pounds, was already included in the price. So technically, this car was purchased for, to be precise, 1570 quid. I'm gonna just show you the way it looks like. I haven't done anything to it, so basically it hasn't been even washed. You can probably tell. Let's start from the front. I believe this car was perhaps hit on this side. It wasn't anything serious, but you can see that there is a bit of rust on this panel. I don't think it's anything serious. We'll be getting that sorted. And also, if we look at the actual headlights, this headlight seems like it had been replaced. And also on the other side, you can see that so this headlight has to be polished. I believe this one is the original one, and I think this one had been replaced. And then of course the bonnet or the hood, depending in which country you're based, has some marks. I think someone touched it up before. Also, when we look at these covers around the headlights, originally they're in chrome, exactly the same as for example the trim around the windows, but someone painted it black. As it says, it looks good from 5 foot. Closer we get, more blemishes and defects we can identify. But bear in mind, it's October, so this car was first registered in October 2006. So it's nearly 15 years old. You know, of course there are things that's to be expected. So that's the front. Then if we look at the wheels, unfortunately all of the Lexuses have, like older Lexuses, have problems with alloys. Like you can tell they need to be repainted again. I really like the chrome trim on these. I believe, you know, this, well, whenever it's gonna be repainted, that it's gonna look very well. Mirror unfortunately has to be replaced. There is like a duct tape in there. It works, but unfortunately someone broke it. Interesting fact: this is the pre-facelift version. So after facelift, you also have indicators built into the actual mirrors. And then if you look at the side, also, by the way, this trim looks actually good despite the age. Then we've got another wheel. Then this panel, of course, there are small issues around here, but it's nothing too serious. Of course, this car has around 156,000 miles on it. So, of course, there are things that of that nature to be expected. And bear in mind, this is the cheapest Lexus GS450h, I believe, in the world. Definitely in the UK, you know, fully drivable and in a fairly good mechanical condition. So that's another wheel. We just have a look. Then we've got the last one. Okay. I also feel like someone painted the brake calipers. There's like a Lexus logo. I'm not sure if it's original. I don't really think it's like factory made. So then when we have a look at the interior, it actually looks okay for the mileage. Even original carpets with the Lexus logo. The Lexus logo almost kind of disappeared. We've got a few other Lexuses in our family, and whenever there is a logo on carpets, unfortunately with the age it all disappears. So it seems like a typical maybe feature rather than defect. So these seats are not only heated, but they're also cooled. You can see like a small sort of small holes in the seat. You can actually adjust them over here. So you've got heated, cooled seats, then we've got suspension, sport and normal. It's not air suspension, but it's like a electronically controlled suspension. I've got some manuals. I'll just like V5. So this is the way it looks like. Okay, so this is the back seats. You can see there are some small defects like this one, but it's nothing serious. The carpet has small defect here. All these seats, I believe they have to be cleaned, because as I say, I haven't done a thing to this car except putting a fuel. I got it last week. I'm not entirely sure why I purchased it. We're just like a bit crazy about Lexus cars in general. It was advertised at a very good price, and I've never had a hybrid, and I always enjoyed this model. So I thought I always liked this model, so I thought I'm gonna maybe buy it and just see how it goes. And it actually turned out to be a really nice car. So I think the concept for this car at the moment is just to keep it as a project car, and we're gonna see how it gonna work. So you can see some blemishes in here. We've got, it has to be all cleaned. That's nice materials. One thing I really don't like is this. So this is like the rear center seat belt, which is from the different color version. Not only this, but it also looks dirty, really fucking dirty. So that will be replaced. My dad already ordered it for me, so we're gonna replace this. That's, I believe, put by the previous owner, just to kind of kill some dampness, which I haven't actually identified inside. I can't really tell it's damp. So let's have a look to the boot. So because it's a hybrid and the whole electric pack is at the back, it's actually very small. Like boot is really small. Have a look at it. This is like a gym bag, like a typical gym bag. It's actually very small. So here we've got a 12-volt battery, and then this is over there. There is a big hybrid battery. There's like a fuse turning off, just in case of emergency, if there is an accident, or if you have to do some welding on a car or something, then this is quite useful. It actually holds quite okay. Nothing special, but it actually works. Interesting fact: there is a camera, rear camera, whenever you're parking. This button had seen better times, but it's still okay. Nothing too bad. So the rear windows are tinted. Actually looks good. So as you can tell, you know, especially like from the distance, this car is actually quite nice. closer we get, more defects we can actually identify, but we will definitely take care of that. So let's have a look under the hood or under the bonnet. Hop, there we go. So the most important part in this car, this is 3.5 V6, and there is also an electric hybrid battery. So in total this car has 340 brake horsepower, which is quite a lot. Bear in mind, this is 2006 car. Note to 60, according to Lexus, it's 5.2 seconds. It's a really quick car. Despite the age and mileage, this car is still extremely quick. I must say, I'm really surprised. I've had the opportunity to drive really fast cars, and this one, considering, you know, the age, the mileage, the price that I paid for it, it's actually, you know, I was shocked. I was honestly shocked how well this car performs. There is also actually one more defect I just realized now. If we look at the front fog lamp, you see this one actually looks okay, and then we look on the other side, and it seems like it all kind of got inside. So I suppose it had to be also maybe pushed on this side. Interesting thing about this car as well is that it doesn't have any category, so I believe that whatever happened to the front of this car wasn't too serious, because otherwise it will be recorded within the documentation. So this car is HPI clear. Just one of those things. And so that's the high voltage cables, and here we check the oil. There we go. There is some oil just kind of in the middle. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna start it up. I'm not gonna go through all the features at the moment, but I'm gonna just show you the car in general. So, okay, this is the way we start it up. Hop. I really like the steering wheel, which is moving. This is the energy monitor. It even has a Bluetooth, which works very well. Okay, so power. Okay, check system. Everything is okay with the tire pressure, but I think one of the sensors went, and that's why check system comes up. It's the TPMS sensor. So right foot, and there we go, ready, and the car is already started. So this is how it looks like, the battery. I'll show you the reverse camera, because I feel it's really cool in this car. The parking brake is almost, it's the same as like in Mercedes on the left hand side. It actually works. So, and this is the reverse camera. As you can tell, it's not high definition by any means, but for all what it is, you know, 15 years ago, that was really high tech, you know. So can't really blame Lexus for that. Funny enough, despite its CVT transmission, it has also the sport mode, where you can kind of shift up and down. I have no idea why. I have to read I guess a little bit more about these transmissions, and I'll just find out. Maybe there is something I'm not aware of. You can tell this is like one of the cupboards, and it also goes to the front. We can keep it like this, or to the back. Traction control off, hybrid mode, power mode, snow, sport, normal. This is suspension, heated seats, cooled seats, and by the way, because it's Lexus, it's Toyota, it actually all works. Also, this, as you can tell, also works, so you can basically adjust it electronically. 3 memories for seats. We can lock, unlock the doors. That's like a typical thing. I don't like this material. I just don't I don't feel it feels premium, as you can tell. But overall, apart from that, it's actually really good. You've got leather here. It's actually very nice material. Also upholstery in here, really good. Kind of fancy lights in here. We've got this. So it's actually all good. There is also this panel, which is actually really cool. So if you want to, like, for example, you know, open up boot or whatever, like adjust the mirrors, you can actually use this. There are many more features, but there is this button, as you can tell. So this is the rear blinds. I'll show you. Unfortunately, it doesn't go up to the top. It's supposed to, but I just had a quick look at one of the Lexus forums, and it seems like, unfortunately, the motor is not working properly there. Perhaps this is the reason, but apart from that and all these defects that I described, the car actually drives very well. So can't blame it. So let's see how it drives.